final game, no matter where they are in the standings. It's the Colts going up against the Broncos. So, for the call of this Week 11 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90. 52's right here. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be 1st down, Denver.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
And they'll run it here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And here's a look at the defensive unit that hopes to halt this offense today. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And the grab by Croft. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. On first down, Luck. And his first look is incomplete. There's some flash on this offense and certainly some flash with Dorsett.
A flyer out of the University of Miami. Speed is his game, but he's added excellent moves and good hands.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to the air. Luck on second down. Left side, it's Dorsett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now it's Luck. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, it's Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Throwing is Luck. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Luck now to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Preston Smith. In there to get him for a loss of 5. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Uzama, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Luck on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll get 17 yards there, and it'll give the Colts a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Looking middle, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is Luck. Dancing to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on third down, Luck finding time. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They come up in an offset eye. And the back goes into motion. On third down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Here's Locke. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and just 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Again, Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. 3rd and 2, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. It's caught, Lockett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. And the tight end goes in motion left. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Not good at all. Punt him just 24 yards there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break. Luck. He's got time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times at the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. Muscles him off. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, it's Locke. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to the right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready. To head back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Welcome back now to Denver. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. Open man is Uzama. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Got to try it here. He's back. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll get... Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. To throw on second down is Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Throwing on third down, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. But in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Colts getting ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll go on the ground. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Colts, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, add one more loss to the column. That drops them